Seth, it is back to school for many kids across the country, and with that comes some fears and a little bit of anxiety. Joining me now, Annie Kidder, Executive Director with People for Education. Annie, it's so good to see you.
Nice to see you, Angie.
I got two going back to school. What are you hearing? I mean, there's a lot that's going to be involved here. We know that in Ontario, for example, we're looking at a sort of a change in curriculum. If you're starting sort of a new school, there's a little bit of concern there. And I think almost this year, parents are kind of hoping, okay, we want this to be fully normal and we don't want to have any delays.
I think for the most part across Canada, it'll be close to normal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure things have totally gone back to normal since the pandemic for any of us, for kids, for parents, for schools, for staff working in schools. So I will say one thing, this is totally not what I'm supposed to say. Make sure your kids have all your shots because my husband just tested positive for COVID. So just when you think it's gone away, it's still there.
Yeah.
So that would be one thing. Everybody get vaccinated. I think the other thing is to try to remember that actually school, for the most part, is a great place. We have pretty good schools in Canada. It's a place to learn all of the skills that you need to, navigate the world and deal with the complexity and sometimes messiness of the world that we have. So I think that for parents, for example, it's really important to kind of impart that to your kids. School's really, really important. In our family, we really care about it. It is a good place to be, and you will learn important things. I think that there is a sense, again, that the world is messy and that things aren't back to normal since the pandemic. So I think that all of us should be thinking about whether or not kids are okay. There's been a lot, there are wars, there are forest fires, there was a pandemic. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I think we should talk to kids about it.
So before I let you go then, what kinds of conversations should happen kind of at the dinner table, the end of the day where we all sort of gather to say, how was your day today? And, what do you want to talk about?
Well, and I think that sometimes those kind of open-ended questions get, it was fine.
Right.
I don't know.
The one-word answers.
So sometimes it's worth asking different questions. Who got in trouble today? That was always one of my favorite ones because kids like talking about that. Can you get some gossip out of them?
Yeah.
Can you get, anything exciting that happened? Because all of school matters. So what happened at lunch matters. What happened at recess matters. What happens, in the schoolyard, high school or elementary school. So, and I think that the most important part is having the conversation because it means you show that you're interested.
Indeed. Well, great tips, Annie, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you more over the school year as things continue to unfold. You know where I'm going with this.
Totally.
Great to speak with you
Nice
as always.
to talk to you.
Annie Kidder, Executive Director, People for Education.